Now, note that being in isolation may not be temporary for some of y'all. Oh man, I'm gonna tell it to you like it is now. Some of you, isolation is permanent. Some of y'all, God will put you in isolation for the rest of your life, and that's where you'll stay unless He wants to get you out of isolation. But you don't have the say. Some of you don't have the say on whether you leave isolation or not. It is up to God to get you out of isolation. I just want you guys to understand this before you make a decision, before you say, oh, she said this, he said that, he said no. I'm gonna put it clear. I'm gonna make it clear for you guys. Some of you guys needs to be in isolation for the rest of your life. Some of you guys will have to live a life inside isolation. And I want you to also understand what isolation really is. Isolation is not a place where you go in there, you feeling sorry for yourself, you feeling bad, you having regrets and shit. No, that's not what isolation is. And I want you to understand what isolation really is. Isolation is protection. Isolation is a form of protection that God have for you. It is like you inside of a bubble. You inside of a shell where you're being protected from the rest of the world. Isolation is how God separates you so He could have you in a place where nothing outside of yourself can hurt you. Some of you chosen ones are so sensitive that in order to protect you, in order for Him to use you, to work with you, He has to put that cover on you. He's not gonna just expose you to the rest of the world, because He know how sensitive you are, and there ain't nothing wrong with being sensitive. I'm not saying anything wrong with saying sensitive is good. You can feel other things. You can feel energy. You can feel people's, you can feel the air, the trees. You can communicate with anything in nature because you're sensitive, and God wants to preserve that in you. That's why He isolates you. He puts you in a separate part. He's like, this is my little, this is my people right here. I have to separate them because they're so sensitive. So I'm gonna take special care of them. But a lot of time, you guys don't understand that. Some of you chosen ones don't understand that. And I want you to understand that isolation is not what you thought it was. And after this video, you should have a different concept of what isolation really is.